Do it. Welcome to today's guided practice session. My name's Adam Annis. Today, we are doing a basic enclosure practice. I think you're going to like this one, folks. This comes with a free PDF that's yours to keep. It has all our exercises on it. So make sure to download that and take that with you. That's yours to keep. We also, we like to do offers here for our YouTube GPS folks because, we have Open Studio Pro, which is a daily guided practice thing that we do with a Zoom call. Next week, the last week in September, we're doing an open to the public Bebop Enclosures boot camp over on Open Studio Pro. You can sign up a little early bird special here for $20. You can sign up for that boot camp. That's Monday through Wednesday next week at 1 p.m. Eastern. You'll be on a live Zoom call with myself and our amazing Open Studio Pro community practicing things like what we're going to be practicing today, Bebop Enclosures. Check out the link in the description for both the PDF and to sign up for that boot camp. It's only $20 and you get basically a lesson for 3 days next week. So, which comes with like PDFs and you can keep the videos yours forever and ask questions. That's kind of like the highlight of it. And the community. Yeah, Juan Diaz is there. Come on. Oh, Pretoria's in the house too. Okay, we got to get going though. Let's get practicing. So today I want to talk about just a very basic practice we can do, just a little practice session we can do to practice our bebop surrounds, our enclosures, how to surround certain notes. Especially, I want to think about it as we're in a key. I specifically want to think about the key of C and how we can surround all of the scale tones of a C major scale. We're using that major mode of C, just that basic C major, right? We all know that. How can we work on surrounding the notes of the C major scale in the key of C in a way that's really, really practical for improvising in the way that we like to do? So there's a couple of little rules that we need to follow. Just a couple. There's not a lot to think about here. The first is in that C mode, right? That C major scale, all the modes of C here. All these rules apply. If the note above your target note, so if we start right there at C, if the note above it is a whole step above, which it is in the case of C, right? Because the next note of the scale is D, which is a whole step. Then we use this kind of enclosure, starting from that whole step above, going down a half step, because we do have that half step in between our target C and the note above it in the scale D. And then we go a half step below. And it's always a half step below. It's not a diatonic tone below. It's a half step below. Right? So there's our first rule. This happens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the C major scale. That's the one that happens the most. Now, there are a couple of exceptions where this doesn't happen. And the first one is on the third tone of the scale, right? That E, the next diatonic tone above it is not a whole step away, it's a half step away. Right? So we can't do that thing where we go down a half step because then we're just going right to our target. It is not enough space. So we have to go a whole step below it. We start at that half step above, we go a whole step below, and then we walk up. Right? So around C, it's this, but around E, it's this. And we can do the entire scale using these two rules. Whenever the note above our target, right, we're just going up the C major scale, is a whole step, we can do that one. When it's a half step, like it is in the case of B, right, because the note above it is C, which is just a half step away, we do this one. That's it. That's all we've got to remember. So what does this look like with the scale? It looks like this, and this is where we're going to start. So every note that has a color is a note of the C major scale. And the notes in red have a whole step above. The notes in blue have that half step above, and that's how we'll practice it. 60 beats per minute is where we're going to start. This is for all instruments. You don't have to play the piano. We're going to start very slowly. We're going to do 60 beats per minute as written, and then we're going to double time that and practice it a little bit quicker. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Play with me. 2, 3. Now here's our first one that's different. You know what I mean? Isn't that great? Play with me here. Now here's the second one that's different, the B. And then we're back to C. All right, this is our very first way that we can practice these 3-note surround. I call them 3-note surround enclosures. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Play with me. D. Next up is E. So that's the different one. All right. And you can practice this on all 12 keys, right? All 12 major scales. Because it matters what the scale is. It matters what the key is. Let's do this double time. 1, 2, 3. 2. 2. 2. Nice and easy. No tension here. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Play with me. You can do 2 hands if you like, if you're playing piano. One more time. 1, 2, 3. How great is that? Okay, but that's not really what our practice is about. That's just one part of our practice. We really have 2 parts to the practice, because when we want to actually play music, just doing a bunch of chromatic surrounds of targets, it doesn't make for great music. It makes for a great element of music. It makes for this really cool, like off-kilter. This really kind of bob and weave kind of sound. However, it needs to be mixed with some things. So what I just played there had some other elements to it. The first element, or really the most important other element that we can add, are what we call broken 7th chords. Someone like Barry Harris just calls these chords, right? But these are our 7th chords, starting in C, skipping a note, and just moving up diatonically, right? So this is like a C major 7. It's basically the modes. D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G dominant, A minor 7, B half diminished, and back up to C minor 7. So we're going to mix these broken chords, both up and down, with our enclosures. But first we want to just practice the broken chords. Here we go. As written here, nice and slow. Just start nice and easy as written. 8th notes. 2, 3, and 4, and 3, and 4, and 3, and 4, and don't forget to breathe here. And 4, and 4, and if there's anything that's not actually playing your instrument, if there's a finger that's not striking the piano or a key on the horn, just relax it. The only tension you should be using, the only effort should be what's immediately being played. And that's it. Everything else, including our face, our neck, our shoulders, our back, should be completely relaxed. I know it seems weird because it's just a basic technique exercise, but that's when you practice relaxation. That's when we can practice being completely at ease and being completely relaxed. It makes us swing harder when we actually have to play some real stuff, you know? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And play with me here. 3, and 4. And nice and relaxed. Pianists, drop your wrists a little bit. Nice, relaxed, elastic wrists. Make little circles. Again, and just relax any tension that's not playing the note. I got this frog in my throat. It sounds great. I wish I had that all the time. Let's double time this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and play with me. Just roll it up nice and easy. Broken 7th chords. You know? All right, I want you to do it again. This time I really want you to as we go through this, now that you've played these broken seventh chords a few times, I want you to shoot for a really, really even sound, as even as possible. Every note the same volume and the same duration as the one before. Give it a shot. 2, 1, 2, 3, and 3, and 3, and. Breathe. Again, one more time. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so there's the second element. The first element was our 3-note surround enclosures, up that major scale with the 2 different ways to do it. The second element are these broken seventh chords. Again, this is something that we've talked about a lot around here. If you like this kind of really detailed, specific bebop practice, go ahead and hit the like button. And why not subscribe? We're live here all the time, so you do not want to miss a thing. Okay, so now I want to do 4 specific exercises combining these 2 important elements, right? This is where we're really going to start to sound like we're making some real stuff. So the first is using our 3-note surround and then going right into a broken seventh chord. So we're going to surround C, and then we're going to go right up that broken seventh chord. And then we do the same thing going up diatonically in C. Check it out. When we get to E, right, we have to use that second kind of surround. You know what I mean? It's not great. Just take a second here, go through each one. The B is the other one that's a little different. Isn't that cool? Again, while we do this, I want you to continue to be completely relaxed. Really try to practice in a nice, easy, relaxed manner. I know it seems trivial. It's super, super important. We'll do it as written here, and then we'll do it double time. I'll give you 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. A little trickier than just the chords or just the enclosures. Here's the other one. Let's do that again. 2, 3. Play with me here. Here's the weird one. The first one. It's dope. All right, let's do this double time, but as we increase this tempo, it's going to be quite quick. I want you to relax even more. Really think about not having any tension with anything that isn't involved in the playing. I'll give you 3 beats here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, left hand is fighting me. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Got to get the fingering together. Woo! Hold on. Bad posture. One more time, double time. Here we go. Play with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. Woo! Isn't that great? Need some work on that left hand. All right. The next way we can do this is to add the enclosure at the top of the broken seventh chord, right? So instead of surrounding the first note of the broken seventh chord, the C, when we get to the top here to this B, we're going to surround the note just below it, the A. So it sounds like this. And we can do that as we go up. Check out the second one here. Right? Because we're surrounding B, those rules still apply, right? The note that's a diatonic above B is a C, so we have to do that variation one, right? Try it here, as written, nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... It's so simple. This is so practically good. Because you can, like, once you, that's where all this kind of comes from. You know, it stems from this. Let's try it again. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now's the time to get your fingering together, whatever instrument you're playing. Because we're going to double time this here in a second. Again, pianists, relax your wrists, nice and loose. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, double time. I think 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and faked you out there. I triple timed it. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Pianists, shake it out. We want really flexible wrists here. One more time, double time. 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Nice and relaxed here. How amazing is that? Isn't that awesome? All right, so that is number 2. Number 3 is where we start to take it down. So we do the same thing, right? We go down our chord. So in this case, this first chord, right? We start on B because that's the 7th of our C major 7. And then we do an enclosure at the end. So we'll start actually on the and of 1 here. So it'll be like 1. Next, play with me. Isn't that awesome? How about the third one? 3 and 4 and. That's that different one. That's that different one. Watch out for that. 4 and 1. 2, 3, and. These work great on guitar. They work great on any instrument. They really do. 3 and 4 and. 2, 3. Nice loose wrist here. Last one. All right, shake it out. Let's do it again. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4. And. These are so useful. These are so good to outline the changes. Make a shape, pianist. Make a shape here. Even if you don't have the exact fingering down quite yet, still try to see if you can shape it. want to be just robots here. Go low with your wrists. Ooh, it feels so good. Still don't know exactly about the fingering for that one. Last one. How great are those? Let's do it double time. 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Let's do it again. Piano's for the left hand. I'm doing 1, 2, 3 on the way down, and then crossing under. It works best, I think. Works pretty good. Anyway, let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. That one's a little different, right? Loose wrist here. Nice and relaxed. Last one. Isn't that great? So much fun. Okay, just one more exercise, and we've got it in all 4 ways here. So this is the opposite of that. So now we're going to surround the top of that broken 7th chord. Right? Because we're surrounding B, we use that sort of alternate enclosure, alternate 3-note around to start. And then this one is really, really nice. Let's try it nice and slow. Again, anything that is not playing a note on your body should be completely relaxed. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And. All right, just a couple more to go. Shake it out. Do a quick posture check. Put your shoulders up to your ears. This is a good, really good time to do this, actually. A lot of tension, and then just let it fall. Down and back. Just shake it out. We've been playing now for almost 25 minutes. So just shaking out, letting the blood get going, getting those shoulders loose. Sit up straight, and just release any tension that might be there. Here we go. Again, as written. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm doing 2 hands, but you can do 1 if that's more comfortable. Again, whatever instrument you play, whatever the technique you're using, just try to give these lines a bit of shape. We're not robots when we do this. We want to be nice and even, but we want to be musical, even as we practice. All right, let's double time this. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Sloppy. Try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. There we go. It's all fingering. It's 2 things. It's fingering and not trying to talk to YouTube as you're practicing. Try that again. I'm gonna try to concentrate a little more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, 2, 3, and da da da. All right, last time and we're done. Last time and we're done. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. YouTube, thank you so much. That was super fun. That's just a little bebop enclosure practice session. Again, we've got a great deal here for you if you want to sign up early for our boot camp next week. That's Monday through Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. You go live with me and our great Open Studio Pro members to practice bebop enclosures that whole week. That's $20 if you sign up today. The link there is in the description. Also, we do have a PDF for this. Don't forget about that. PDF is available. Take that with you. That's yours to keep for free. Cool. Yeah, fingering is so important on this. There's so much to be done, but whatever instrument you play, find the technical thing that works for you that can make you have a beautiful, even sound, but be expressive. Always be thinking about the music that you're trying to create, not just about the technical aspects of what we're doing. Super fun. I love that we're back doing these Tuesday lives. It's great to connect with everybody from around the world here. It's great to see you, all of you. So thanks, y'all. Super, super fun. Until next time. Happy practicing. Later.